Hello and welcome to the Craz Box. My name is H Boy the Man, and here today I have a very talented artist whom of which I know personally, Ultrafox. Rennie, what's going on, man?
Hey man, it's been a pretty good day. I'm glad to be here. You're an awesome friend. I appreciate you inviting me to do this interview recording. I appreciate it a lot. I'm glad to be here.
Oh man, I'm glad for you to be here, man. How are you doing today or tonight, man?
I'm all right. I'm a bit tired. I just got through a whole week of work, and but I'm okay. I just did a bunch of errands today, and now I'm back home, and I'm just here hanging out at the moment.
That's pretty awesome, man. Where are you from originally? I mean,
Well, originally, so right now I live in Kentucky. If that's what you mean, like where I like lived, grew up in. Um, so I came. It's kind of weird how I lived on both sides of the country of the U.S. I grew up in. I was born in California,
oh yeah,
and then my parents moved to New Hampshire when I was like 5. So I grew up there for the most part. But when I was like an older teen, we moved back to California.
oh boy.
Um, which sucked for when
Huh.
I became a when I became an adult, at least, just because like I couldn't afford shit. So I had to just
Yeah,
kind of choose a random place and move. I know a lot of people like, and you and Max can relate with this. I just had to move
I
somewhere.
grew up there my
And
whole life.
oh yeah, yeah.
You know how
I
many times where an earthquake happened and I thought I was gonna die? I thought I was
oh
gonna die.
yeah. Oh god, yeah. It's a crazy place to live in.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
cool place to visit and all, but
especially
but
SoCal, man.
yeah.
Don't even get me started.
Oh god, yeah, for sure. It's a mess. But yeah, I'm living in Kentucky now. It's been for a few years. It's been fine. Like still have some issues here and there, but it's a lot more stable than where I used to live.
So, where do you see yourself like from like the most? Like where you really from? Like in your heart?
Where am I from?
Like in
In
your
my
heart?
heart.
Yeah.
In a way I kind of feel like I'm just from wherever I'm living. But I'd see out of the places I like lived in like when I was growing up and such, I'd probably say I feel more like I am like from New Hampshire than
Yeah.
California because I just don't vibe with California as much, and I
Yeah.
didn't grow up there. So I'd say
You
probably
didn't you
New
didn't
Hampshire.
become all the stuff that led you to be who you are
Yeah,
today did not come from California. It came from New Hampshire. So,
I guess so. Yeah. So I don't have too much heavy attachment to anywhere, honestly.
so I want to ask you, what is your personal backstory and how has it affected the way you craft the art that you create today?
Man, so for me, there's a whole lot to unpack on that kind of question, but I think what really drives what I do and how I handle things is just trying to just be myself because a lot of my growing up was my parents weren't too like they're not the worst in the world with it, like so my parents were conservative Christians, and
Right.
I grew up in a going to a conservative Christian school, which was more the school was a more extreme than my parents were, but still there was just kind of an element of like, you know, like I ended up being like I'm weird. I like weird things. I'm into weird like games and
It's
weird
funny because that's
cartoons and
considered
stuff.
normal now. You feel me? That's considered
Yeah,
normal. I love it,
but
bro.
even back then, but there's like the furry stuff, which is kind of on the
It's
fence.
based, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
You're not ready.
Yeah, I agree, but not everybody does or did.
Yeah, well,
Definitely not
they're
back
not
then.
cool enough. They're not cool enough to understand that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You are though. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, bro. I know.
Thanks. Thanks, man. You too. But like y- but yeah, so basically I just it really taught me that, especially with I did not get to spend a lot of my childhood really like, you know, being comfortable with myself. Um just because of I was, kind of taught not to like what I actually was and what I actually enjoyed.
Right.
So I kind of tried to do the exact opposite with what I do online. I try to bring the wacky humor I like to everything I do in my videos and what I do on Twitter, whatever, Discord. I like to just to focus on the things I like, no matter how weird they are, or you know, and I'm like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's just I was kept back so much as a kid that I try to really
It's like all
emphasize.
that
It
finding
makes me
yourself.
feel,
My bad, keep
yeah,
going.
exactly.
It's like that the
Oh, it's
journey
cool,
of
man.
trying to find it. You're like you couldn't finish that journey or start that journey of finding yourself when you were younger, so you are
Yeah,
forced to do it when you're older.
exactly. Exactly. It's not until as an adult, the older I get, because I'm almost 29, but I don't really feel like I had the ability to really express myself and be who I wanted to be until even when I moved out immediately, I still kind of had that element of like, oh, I can't do or be this because
You didn't do it when you were
it's
little.
just kind of a subconscious thing. Yeah, exactly.
Nah, man.
But now that you know, uh, the further I go along, though, the better I feel about just being. I don't care if something's kind of, someone might find it cringe, or like if someone, if
I
it's
saw your
not what
Bluey
like
video.
people. Yeah, it's like I don't give a fuck anymore, dude. Like I like I like fun cartoons like Bluey. I like weird games that and stuff that or whatever, and I like furry stuff. I just like what I
Awesome, bro.
like, and if people give a shit, I don't. At this point, I don't care.
Listen, bro.
I used
As
to
for
be
me,
more
bro,
nervous about it, but not anymore.
it's like when I was younger, bro. See, I grew up in a certain kind of environment where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you like certain things, you'll get picked on, you know what I'm saying? Or people like, you know what I'm saying? It would make
Oh
your
yeah, yeah.
environment would be really hard for you to. So you had to be molded a certain way. You had to have a certain type of rough
Mm-hmm.
exterior. I feel like growing up just to fit in. You just kind of have this survival mindset all the time. So it's like for me, I personally
Yeah.
felt like as a child, listen, I feel like as a teenager, I've been through more adult situations than I ever have been now as an adult. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I totally
and I feel
feel
like
that.
that has done a lot to me psychologically. And it's like when I was a kid, when I was like
Yeah.
16, when I was 16, like 15, you know what I'm saying? Like I just kind of like when I was 14,
Mm-hmm.
13, I repressed a lot of like emotions and just things I liked off the
Oh yeah.
environment around me. Even though deep down there's always stuff that I like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, and then I was like, well, I was kind of
Totally.
scared to, you know what I'm saying? Be like, oh yeah, I like Dragon Ball Z, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I like, you know what I'm saying? Cool little stuff like that. I like
Mm-hmm.
video games, you know what I'm saying? I like cartoons, anime, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But as eventually as I got older, it's funny because it's like as a kid, you're all like, oh no, I gotta be an adult like now, you know what I'm saying? I gotta have this rough exterior,
Yeah.
or you know whatever you're picturing in your mind to be an adult. Now when I'm an adult, it's like, bro, you feel me? Like it's like I'm expressing that child in me that I didn't feel like I was able to explore when I'm younger. Like I know you know my internet persona, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I know you could see a lot of that in me. It's like you could see. I feel like it's kind of like you can see my soul in a way for who I really am, you know. And
Oh
I see
yeah,
that in
totally,
you as
dude.
well.
I can definitely see that. Awesome. I'm glad. I appreciate that.
Appreciate you, man. How and when did you begin to have a love for your craft, and what sparked your desire?
Um, so it does go back pretty far. So one way I was able to, express some of my creativity and stuff even back in the day was I like I think when I like turned like 9, like really early, I got into home movies and I just loved just recording
Oh, I
things
remember. I
and just
remember all that
making
stuff.
goofy home videos.
Hey man, if you
Yeah,
didn't grow up
I've
with a
always
box
loved
TV,
that.
if you didn't grow up with a box TV and VHS and stuff like that, did you really have a childhood? You know what I'm saying? Man, these new kids don't
Yeah.
know,
Hey,
man.
but at least hey, if you have a camera that you can just record goofy stuff with, it is what it is as long as they can do it right.
Yeah.
But it was such a time though, and I still have a lot of those old VHSs where I have those recordings on them. Um, but yeah, so I've always had a passion for that, um, and I kept doing it. I actually did YouTube. I went digital like back in 2010,
Yeah.
and I made some really a questionable, like, the videos weren't the best, but, but I was, like, 15, I'm just gonna make
Listen, we
this is
all
the
start
way
from
that I can,
somewhere.
like, at least somewhat. Yeah, it's like it wasn't, like it is now where I can just be more open quite, but, it's like because I was still like my parents could see these videos and I can't just do
Listen,
anything. Or,
I
my
grew up in
family.
a similar
But
way, man. I grew up in a
mhm.
similar way where it's like, I'm gonna cut you off either, but it's like, see, when I started making
Oh, it's all
music,
good.
right? I started with CDs. I was doing locally
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And we didn't. It's funny because back in 2015, I was 14. You would think that's a year where it's like, oh yeah, you can just hop in the studio online and do it. But that in reality, it was like everything was still developing. So all the music that I put out and stuff like that was like garbage. Man, I would put it out. People would laugh. You know what I'm saying? Some people would be like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
start. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of stuff is like,
Mhm.
there's a lot of stuff that you put out that you may learn that. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
hurt anybody,
That stuff's
it's not
that stuff's important too.
anything that you should regret. It's just something that you should.
Mhm. Yeah, I completely agree. I don't regret any some of those, like, those videos I made back then, yeah, they might not hold up, but I still have a lot of love for them just because they led to what I do now.
It's like
I really
seeing through a
do
memory
enjoy
book.
them for that reason.
That's how I see. I feel like it's like looking through a photo
Yeah,
album
pretty
memory
much.
book, but just you know what I'm saying. Uh, it just mean a lot to you, man.
Yeah. Mhm. Um, and then basically after that, I took a break for a while because I didn't really know what to do, with it, and just, like, adult life was really stressful, and I just didn't I couldn't
Yeah,
handle everything that was being thrown on me and also make stuff, you know?
yeah.
But eventually, things got a little more stable, once I moved over to Kentucky, and I was like, "I really wanna get into making YouTube stuff again and, like, connecting with people online more." Like, I had my personal like, I have an older group of friends that I still talk to from earlier in my online
Early
days that I
Ultrafox,
still
man.
talk to, including, um yeah, including, one that's kinda met her, like, in between, but, Jana, who I do, like, the Fox and
I
Mule with,
remember. I
Fox and
remember.
Mule show and stuff sometimes. Yeah, she's one of them, but yeah, I really wanted to reconnect with people, that's why I joined Twitter, and that's why I started up the Ultrafox channel, now the Rennie Ultrafox channel, because I really wanted to get back into it, and that's something that was always in the back of my mind, but that was the time when I was like, I finally felt like I can get back into it, not be too stressed out to even do anything with it. And it's been really fun. And it's crazy how many amazing people, including you, Chalky, just amazing people I've met and cool people. And it's been super fun overall. And I've had a blast building community and making goofy stuff.
Oh,
That's what I
Randy.
like to do.
As long as I live, even in my old age, I will never forget certain people, and you are one of them. And just know that on a side note, apart from what we're talking about right
You too,
now,
man.
just know that if you ever, you know what I'm saying? I mean that genuinely from, you know what I'm saying, bottom of my soul, you know what I'm saying, that I am genuinely here for you, and I care about you more than just an online friend or persona, but somebody that I would actually, you know what I'm saying, would reach my
Mhm.
hand out for, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're straight.
Yeah, totally. It's crazy. And yeah, it includes you, man. And there's like several people who I'd consider just
And
like
I have
not just like an online
massive
friend. Like
respect for you, man.
you're 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 a friend of mine.
You're a brother of mine.
Hey, you too, man.
What were your original goals compared to now, and how have you succeeded in these? Do you have any new aspiring goals to share with or achieve?
Uh, I guess I mean what I've always wanted to do is pretty much is just I don't really know. But so I when I was like younger, I always just kind of wanted to do whatever. Like I was like, oh, I want to get into art and animation. That sounds fun. Or I could do like game design or whatever. Or I just want to make YouTube videos and stuff like that. Um, and I kind of more just went into that because I never got the chance to like go to like college or anything for
Right.
art or anything like that. So I just kind of went with what I could.
Makes you feel better.
That's
I
always what
didn't.
I wanted to do.
If it makes you feel better, I ain't even never even got my high school diploma, bro. So trust me, I know how it feels.
Oh, it's no, yeah. I know several people that never even did that, and it's all good. Um, but yeah, I want to do that. It's what I really want to do at this point is just grow my channel. Try to I just went through a lot of stuff with my house and stuff.
Right.
So I'm trying to, now that that's over with and I'm settled, I want to, start making videos again, continue making silly stuff for people to enjoy, and just interacting with everybody in the community and my friends. And that's what I want to continue doing and just grow it from there. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I'll just have to see what opportunities come up, because like when it comes to what things that could actually lead to, like, I just work at Walmart.
Oh yeah.
For anything that could actually lead to like a career,
I used
like
to
a
work at
career.
Walmart.
I don't know at this point. You used to work there?
Nah, bro, they fired me for the first month, bro.
Oh
They
no.
caught me with some bullshit.
Oh my god.
I can never work
Oh
there
my
again,
god.
bro.
Damn. Well, I guess that's not
It's
so,
okay.
so bad. I don't know.
Walgreens,
Unless it's I don't
Walgreens is
know.
so much better, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Anybody listening, bro,
That's
go to
cool.
Walgreens, bro. It's like
Mhm.
a million times better than anything, bro. Please. And
Well, yeah, but yeah, it's I don't know what I want to do on that front. But you never know. An opportunity might come up someday. So I don't know. But I just want to continue, like I said, using what audience I have to just uh, spread good vibes, funny and laughs, and
funny.
grow the channel if I can, and that's about it.
I'm sure much more opportunities will arise.
Spread the funnies.
Spread the funnies, man. That's all life has to
Yeah, I
be.
hope
Life
so.
is funny, so everybody's gotta be funny. No
Yeah.
room for bad stuff, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah. For real, it helps a lot. I think it helps people out. It helps me out. So
Yeah,
for
man. I
sure.
feel like we all just gotta help each other and stop worrying so much, Start appreciating each other,
Yeah,
man. How do
for
you
real.
how do you how do you capture and record all the stuff that you do, and how do you get all the elements and all the little materials that you need to do your craft, man, to create and really get your stuff out there?
So
Programs.
what I use right now, so that is something that I'm trying to expand onto. Like I really need to get on getting my like. So a friend of mine actually gifted me a capture card, so I really got to try using
Yeah.
that and get that set up. I haven't really needed it much yet for what I've done, but I'm sure I will soon. Right now, for editing, I use DaVinci Resolve, which is a
Very
free
popular.
program. It's really good
Yeah.
though. hmm I know Tay uses it too. It's really good. I actually got, him and another friend of mine inspired me to try using it. I really like it.
When did you start
I use DaVinci Resolve for editing.
when did you start using DaVinci?
I started using it this year. Before that, I used HitFilm Pro, which isn't really the best for video editing. It's just what I had at the time. But when I found out about DaVinci, I was like, I should try switching over. I hesitated for a bit because I had to, learn an entire new program, even if it was better. But I've learned it, at least the basics now, and I enjoy it.
It's just something about when you and Tay switched to DaVinci. There's something that happened there because I feel like DaVinci is kind of in my language, since I do music, it's like the Pro Tools of video
Mhm.
editing. It's basically the industrial standard for music editing. It's like, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there's
Mhm.
just something that sparked. You crashed through a ceiling,
I
you
think,
crashed through a certain
yeah,
barrier,
it got more
and you
popular.
not just became more popular, but you also became more professional. And it's like you just activated a spark in you that really brings out the light, and that not just for your artwork, but also I feel like you reaching that certain level made you discover yourself a whole lot more, and just how deep your spirit, your soul really goes. And I feel like that's when you just kept
Yeah,
going, man.
totally.
and just really started being a star, man. Trust me, I know.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it definitely helped out. I think that like with Hit Film Pro, it was very like it's not really built for fast-paced YouTube editing. So in a way, what you're saying is true. It kind of made it to where I could actually edit in the way that fits my style better for sure.
And
But otherwise, I just use like for streaming, I use OBS
right.
for capturing. I've only streamed from my PC, so otherwise I just use little programs like 4K video downloader to get footage for things like like not for games usually, but for other things I need, and just little things like that. Nothing else crazy that I use, but those are the main things.
And do you have a specific time and place that you like to edit, create your craft? You know what I'm saying? Record. Is there a specific time that you like to that you have set like a certain schedule to?
No, that is something that is something I really need to work on. Actually, is getting the motivation to set a schedule because I really should. um, but where I do record most things is just in my new apartment now. The few times I've recorded stuff so far, I just do it in me and my partner's room um, because the sound is pretty good in here. It's carpeted. It works pretty well for sound, it seems. And that's also where I do my editing now. But yeah, I totally need to. One thing I've always struggled with is actually like scheduling things because that would make my life so much
Yeah.
easier if I like set like a bit of time at each day to finish like work on a video. But no, when I make a video, I like just like crunch it out
Yeah.
like in a day,
Oh man.
which I probably shouldn't do that, but that's how it's worked so far. Maybe one day I'll actually sit down and be like, I'm
We
scheduling
grew
this
up. We
shit.
grew up playing video games. We blew up.
Hopefully.
As man, we transferred. Man, we grew up playing video games 8 hours a day. Now we sit down and edit 8 hours a day.
Yeah, that's the struggle too because like um it's like I work full
Better
time,
drink
so
some
it's
water,
like
man.
I want to work on video stuff, but it's like there's so yeah, that's true. Always gotta make sure to drink
Have a
water.
good meal before you
You
go in there.
listening,
Binge.
make sure to don't forget to drink your water.
Wise words from Ultrafox, Rennie
Yeah.
himself. Make sure you drink water, people.
Yeah, drink your water.
But yeah.
Don't forget.
And is there anyone currently that you are currently in your artist career that you are currently partnered with that is assisting you and what you do, or are you under any type of management at all?
No management. Nothing like that at the moment. I guess the only kind of partners I have, so I have my
Mhm.
life partner. He helps me out with David. He helps me out once in a while. He gives me ideas sometimes too. There's also she's been busy lately, but I do a show sometimes with my one of my best friends, Jana.
Yeah.
She's great.
She's pretty
She's
cool.
wonderful. We've done Fox and Mule videos. Yeah, she's cool. Love her. And then otherwise, nothing major. Just like Bergnut.
Man,
I've
shout out
collabed
Bird,
with him
man.
several times. Yeah, Berg's awesome. He's awesome. And then I have like the mods in my Discord. That's about it. No major setup or anyone I work with all the time. It's mostly just me.
Join the Discord, people. Join the Discord, man. Reniopolis, man.
Yeah, it's chill. We have fun. Yep. You see the spinning kiwi orb.
Every time I go to a store and I see the word kiwi on it or I see a kiwi bird on it, I literally cannot escape it. I'm like, oh yeah, Ultra Fox reference, bro. I literally I get the temptation, bro.
Yeah. I freak out whenever I see
I
kiwi
get
stuff too.
tempted. I
The
get the
kiwi brain
temptation
rot
to
is
take a
real.
picture and at you on Twitter and like, hey, look, Randy, look, kiwi. But I just don't want to annoy you.
Look, no, you're good, dude. If you want to do that, I wouldn't mind at all. I love seeing kiwi stuff.
There's this one movie I saw, and then the actor was like, it was like in Spanish, bro, and the Kiwi in Spanish came up, "Hola, soy Sam, y soy un Kiwi."
Soy Sam, yes. Yeah, it's like an
I
ad.
love it, bro.
Yeah,
It's great, bro.
I love that. Kiwis are
You,
adorable.
I'm gonna be 1,000. You're the ones that made the Kiwis great. You, Rennie, you are the Kiwi bird whisperer, man.
Now I just gotta travel New Zealand to see them myself.
Can't wait, man. Might have to meet y'all over there, man. Are you, if you are
That'd be fun.
involved, how do I say it? Are you involved or have been involved in the past in any form of particular industrial scene? Hey, maybe people that are higher than you, maybe people that, you know what I'm saying, are just absolute professionals at what they do, you know?
Oh, like
And I'm sure that you have before. I've done my
yeah.
research.
Um, I guess the closest you could say is that like I've had plenty of like interactions with like popular
Yeah.
creators on Twitter. That's about that's one of the things that
I think
happens once in a while. I guess one of the well, there's also, you know, I'd say Tay can
yeah,
fall into that. You know, I've
both of you
interact with him a lot. He's a good
both of you
friend,
are
and I've
industry
done
level.
little
You
things with
guys,
him.
wow, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys are the ones that motivated me to reach out to y'all
I
like that.
appreciate that, man.
Also, I think when I,
That's awesome. And then like David
oh
too as
yeah,
well.
industry
I've,
level
you know, done a
certified.
few little things with him. He definitely is. He does some
Shout
incredible
out David Tunes,
animations for
man.
sure.
Also, not for anything, but I think
He's
I
great.
believe you like when I was watching one of your videos or something. I think you also interacted with the gaming industry. I think you were part of a magazine or something. Please shed some light on that.
Yeah, so that was interesting. So basically so in between when I wasn't doing YouTube stuff for a while, I got to know this guy named Marlon. He does Marlon's Gaming Nation right now. He's still on YouTube. He's still doing well. For a while, he had a gaming website going called Game and Realm, and I was just interested in. He put out a thing, you know, need writers, interested in writers, reviewers for games, and I was like, you know what, I'm kind of bored right now. I really want to do something in gaming, or like I don't know what I want to do with my life, so why not give it a shot? I gave him some examples, and he's like, "Yeah, man, come on and join the team, and you can write some articles and reviews and stuff." So I joined Game and Realm for a bit, like small time game news website for a bit. I wrote some articles, did some
Wow.
reviews. I even got a few before I stopped. Before I stopped, I actually got a few game codes and stuff. So that was really interesting. I was on the podcast a few times. Um, so for like a year ish or so, maybe a little longer. I can't remember exactly how long, but yeah, I did that for a little bit, and that was definitely interesting. It definitely it helped me out just to, you know, get better at writing and um, add creative stuff and reviewing things. So that was fun, and I enjoyed it for a bit. The site eventually fell
You never
off.
fell
I
off.
don't know. I think other people quit, so I did eventually quit too. Yeah, it fell off plus ratio. Um, but hey, Marlon's stuff, he's still doing good. He made that. He was the guy behind the fame. He didn't animate it, but he does a really good Wario impression, and he did the
I
games
love
and Wario
Wario.
videos. The like, look guys, look, it is my greatest achievement. He's the guy who voices Wario in
Me and my
that. So yeah, so I knew him, and I haven't talked to him in a long time, but he was a really cool dude, and um,
Me
yeah,
and my buddy
so
be
I
watching
worked with him for a
Wario
while.
dies videos, bro. We're almost inspired to make Wario die.
Oh, I have died. Waha.
I absolutely love it, man. Wow. And it's crazy because you haven't been involved in the industrial scene, and it's like I didn't even know before I found out you did and were part of magazines and articles and stuff like that. I was like, me, I consider myself a rock star, and I know a rock star when I see one. You know what I'm saying? I don't really need much detail. It's just something in me. I just know. You are one of those. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And when I saw that you were part of these interviews, articles, such these great things, I was like, yes, see, I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Never once have I been wrong. You know what I'm saying? Never once have I been wrong. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I try,
Yeah,
man.
I
You know
think
what I'm
you got a
saying?
good eye
Been
for that,
doing this for a
Chucky.
long time. How big is your current fan base at this present
Mhm.
moment in time? And what extra steps do you have in plan? What's the process of creating this fan base like? Building this up.
So it was interesting. So I just had to kind of like, well, I started out by before I even like came back to YouTube. I kind of started out completely fresh. Just
Twitter egg
I was
profile.
just I didn't have any, people that knew me from before. Yeah, I didn't have anything before, so I just kind of just went in. I kind of lurked on Twitter for a while, so I knew who Tay was and stuff like that, and who some of these other people were. But one day, what really started everything was Twitter. Twitter,
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
suspended Tay, and I was like, what happened to him? The
Oh
first
my
time he got
gosh,
suspended,
bro.
I
I
think,
remember that.
of May.
Man, they keep suspending, bro. Like, bro, it's like Twitter came around
Yeah.
like, oh, bro, it's
So,
fox hunting season,
mhm.
bro.
Oh yeah, they don't like
Feel
me
me?
either.
Fox season.
Yeah, they're anti-Fox, and I don't approve it.
Feel me,
Yes,
bro.
Fox season. But yeah, so I found his Discord. I connected with a lot of cool people that I'm still really good friends with today, including Tay and other folks too. And I was just like, hey, I'm starting to make videos. You want to check them out? I also, just for fun, I think I'll make my own Discord server too. And a lot more people than I expected joined in and like really enjoyed, what they could get out of the Discord server and what I was doing with my videos. And um, eventually, things just started growing on my Twitter as well, and just like honestly insane because like I just can't believe how many people have, checked out my videos, how many people see my tweets. Almost every day there's tweets of mine getting over 100 likes. It's just insane. I can't believe that many people look at stuff that I post. It's really weird,
Oh yeah, you're an
but
inspiration,
awesome at
bro.
the same time. I don't know the exact kind of numbers. I don't know the exact kind of numbers, but um, as far as like dedicated like people that really follow my stuff, it's probably not like huge or anything, but I have a good dedicated fan base that really likes my stuff. A lot of friends from it too, and a lot of people that just kind of casually enjoy what I do once in a while, which
I got
is totally
some.
awesome by me. Um,
I'll keep going.
but as far as
No,
how
no,
I
I was
try,
about to say, I got
oh, go
some
ahead,
free
man.
game for you, man. And this is something that I had to figure out while I was going. You think that your interaction, like, oh, like nobody's interacted with me and stuff like that. Trust me, bro, it's bigger than you think. Like literally, as we're talking right now, there's probably somebody that's
Hmm.
watching your videos right now, being inspired, and you don't even feel it. You know what I'm saying? And it comes around. You'll start to see what's going on like 2 years later, and it's a crazy thing. And it's like,
Yeah,
even though I know we're very desensitized to like the amount of like, oh bro, like only 1,000 people have
it's
seen
true.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, bro, like let's
Hmm.
look at
Yeah,
like the people that
1,000 is a
started
lot of
like
people.
say a company like Disney, for example, in its beginning. It didn't take that many people to start it, maybe a thousand or two.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And just think about that, bro. Think how many famous artists
Yeah.
are there right now that is just sweeping the globe right now? There's a couple handful. I'd say no more than 300. You know what I'm saying? That are really just taking over right now as we speak. And it's like if you really think
Hmm.
about it, bro, it's the views don't matter. Because as for me personally, whether people were watching me or not, whether I got 10 views, 100 views, a
Yeah.
thousand, a million views, you know what I'm saying? It all doesn't matter. Everybody has their own pace. As well, it's like, listen,
Hmm.
the industry is different now, and it's like I know I've met and I know people personally, bro, that have have produced for people that are massive, that are known worldwide and stuff like that. And they only get like 100 or 200 plays on SoundCloud or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't shake the fact that they are great, you know what I'm saying? And they're known
Yeah.
worldwide as, oh yeah, they're the greatest, you
Oh
know what I'm
yeah.
saying, to do it, you know? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah, that makes sense, and I totally agree. Like, I would be nowhere without the people that are really like. There's two elements to that. I would be totally nowhere without if I had like a million views per video or whatever. It wouldn't matter if I didn't have like the dedicated few that actually talk to all the time and interact with and are super
Yeah.
friendly and awesome, because they're the
Yeah.
ones that really matter the most. And then there's also the aspect of, you're right, like, because if I actually look, it doesn't there people aren't always going to like interact with your stuff and be like, I watched this and it was awesome. They're just gonna watch it and they'll enjoy it, but they won't say anything. Like, I gotta think of that too, because like, how many things do I watch and see that I just enjoy and take in, but I don't like tell the
Yeah.
creator like, yeah, man, that was the super awesome. Like, I don't always do that, so it's like I gotta remember too that
Yeah.
that is something people do as well. So just because I don't directly see that they're
And
enjoying it, it
I
doesn't
just
mean that
want
they're
to
not.
let you know, man, above all else, man, that you are such a massive inspiration to not only me, but to everybody around you, to everybody in this community. You know what I'm saying? Just know that we hold you at the highest regard, and you know what I'm saying? Just know that you're bigger than you think. You know what I'm saying? And we're here for you, man, and we
Thanks, man.
support you. And it's also funny that you mentioned earlier, Tay, because it's something funny that we noticed. I joke with my friend about this all the time. That it's like you and Tay, I compare it to like a yin and yang dynamic where you guys are essentially polar opposites, but it's like you guys are literally holding the balance of the community together, bro. Like
Yeah.
you guys are holding the universe together, and if one of you were to stop, bro, it would literally all crash into the ocean. You know what I'm saying? It's freaking. It's like it's
Yeah, it'd
sacred,
be it'd
bro.
be weird
It's
without at this point, because I mean, it, it's weird to think about how like how the community has like like, obviously Tay has hit the community going before I even arrived, but
I'm
it's just like
still
it's
building mine,
changed a good
man.
lot since I came in, which is just beyond my like, even I can't even fathom how some of the stuff that's happened since I've
I'm still
joined in.
trying
It's
to
crazy.
trying to join mine, bro. But it's like with you, okay, bro. So I know it's gonna be a funny thing if I'm gonna reference something, bro. So like take Kung Fu Panda, right, bro? It is like your dynamic, the yin and yang, bro. And then you have like
Hmm.
the wise character, the turtle, bro.
Yeah.
Like we must protect the sacred seal, bro. Because if not, once the sacred seal stops, it's the end of the world, bro. It's some Marvel shit.
Wow. What a good person. Yeah.
Heck
The
yeah,
the
man.
uh the
Fox
Fox
Vengeance, Furry
Vengers, right?
Vengeance, bro.
Furry, oh no.
Moving on, man.
Furry Vengers.
Do you have any form of
Oh
clothing
boy.
line or merchandise that you are able to sell to your fan base? And where and how can they access your products that you have available?
So not really. But what you can do, if anyone's if you're listening, um, all I do is just
A
completely free.
Patreon.
Other than I have like a Patreon, but other than that, I don't sell any merch or clothes or anything like that. Yeah. But what I'd focus on for now is just, if you want to check out my stuff, you can find me at my
Okay.
my channel name is Rennie Ultrafox on YouTube. And you can also
Select
find
Wario
me
right
at
now because we
at
all know what
Select
happened
Wario, um, on
on the X.
on X. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
got
bro.
I got
Elon
I got
Musket, bro. I call him
Elon.
Elon
Yeah,
Musket, bro.
on
You know what I'm saying? And
X Twitter.
he shot you down, bro. You know what I'm saying? You feel?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
they did that
did.
to me
I
too,
tried to
bro.
appeal,
You
but
know
they're
what I'm
like,
saying? They
nope.
did it to me too
They're like,
back in the
nope.
day, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be hopping on Twitter early in the morning.
Hmm.
I'm like, and then I see like X or Twitter trending.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like, what did
remember.
Elon Musk do now, bro? What did Elon Musk do, bro? Uh,
Yeah, he keeps screwing with it. but yeah, just I don't have anything more than that. That's just check out my stuff if you want to, and if you really do like it, then you can always just reach out to join the Discord server. There's links. I have links on the YouTube channel and the about if you want. Join that. I'd like to see y'all
Heck yeah, man.
join in if you want to. We have lots of fun and
To
good
anybody
stuff,
that's
and
listening, I
it's
know
all
that
chill.
it's a great community, and I know that you guys can. Anybody listening to this, I don't have any doubt in my mind that you guys can make some pretty cool friends on there. So, consideration.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've made lots of awesome friends on.
How would you
on
define
that,
the
on that
genre
server.
of your works? Is it like gamer, music?
I'd probably. Yeah, it's kind of like just gamer general media coverage and
Do you
comedy,
have a
I
special
guess.
word for it?
Just a mix of those things. Just pretty much
You
covering
got-
whatever
Yeah,
things
you got a
interesting.
special word for it?
A special word for it?
Rennycore. Oh, I love it, bro.
Rennycore.
Rennycore it is, man. Rennycore it is, man.
That's my genre. Yeah. If you want to see some Rennycore content with
What's it
some
called?
goofy laughs, and I cover weird media that that interests me, that might
Reminds me of that
interest
one
you.
meme with Gordon
Check it out.
Ramsay. And it's like it looks looking down at the food and it's just Rennycore and it's like finally some good fucking food.
Finally, some good fucking food.
And when was the first time you ever released one of your artworks or videos or when was the first time you released content out to the public? What was your first first creation?
The first time? My first creation would be like, wow. It would have been back when my YouTube channel was called Sonic Guy 25 back in 2010. The first thing I ever released was a really crusty video with no voiceover, just
Was it
me
Sonic?
panning over my game collection at the time because I was really into. I'm still in.
Oh yeah.
Not specifically. It was just about my game collection and stuff. I just had really poorly recorded music that I played over it, and it was edited in Microsoft Movie Maker. So it was just a really crusty video showing off my game collection at the time. That's the first thing I ever made
from that time?
For like YouTube.
Yeah. When you were flying over it.
From that time? Man. When I was younger, growing up, my favorite games were like Banjo-Kazooie, all those like 3D platformers, Crash, Spyro.
Oh, yeah.
Any of those were some of my favorites. Smash Bros. Melee. I love that game. Stuff like 3D platformers, Smash Bros. And let me see what else there was. I don't know. I'm just blanking right now.
One of my earliest memories was playing
Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I kept on jumping off the bridge, bro.
Oh yeah.
I kept on jumping off the bridge in the beginning, bro. And like you know what I'm saying, I kept getting eaten by the shark, bro. And they're like, "Oh yeah, bro."
Nice.
You know what I'm saying, bro, keeps killing himself.
Yeah, I really liked like Halo 3 was more like for Xbox. I liked that a lot back in the day.
Pretty awesome, man.
Stuff like that.
Me too.
But my biggest thing has always been
games,
platformers. Man. That's always
grew
been
up
my
with
biggest
Flash games
thing
and stuff like
those,
that. So trust me, bro. Platformers for me is matter of fact. Now that we're doing this interview, so I prove, bro, that I'm a real gamer, bro. See, I played a lot of Pac-Man Namco plug-and plays before when I was a young kid. I was a Namco kid. I'm sure everybody that you know what I'm saying that's part of our community is a Namco kid. But man, when cable first came out, like 2007, and On Demand came out, I don't know if it was something called Dish, and it was called like TV Games or something like that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's like, and you were able to play games on the TV. Like my cousins used to come over, man. You know what I'm saying? Every year.
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying, we would stay up at night, have blankets all over the floor, and it would just be freaking awesome, and we would just literally be playing like chess or like poker or something like that on the freaking TV, man. You know what I'm saying? That stuff was so.
Yeah, I had like I didn't have Dish, so I don't know if I had those games, but that's
Yeah,
funny to hear.
man. You know what
I
I'm saying,
never
bro.
I
That
heard
stuff
of
was
I've heard
so
of them,
awesome,
but
bro.
I've
My
never
friend had
played
the
them.
BlackBerry, bro. Whenever like you would beat
That's
like the
cool.
character or like you know what I'm saying or whatever, bro, in the TV game, that stuff would come flying out the screen. We talking about Kim Possible. We talking about Kim Possible, the game on TV, bro. Like stop playing. You feel me, bro? Zach and Cody
Wow,
Battleship, bro. Stop playing, bro.
that's crazy.
Real gamer shit, man.
I didn't even
Real
know they made
gamer,
games
man.
based on those. For that's hilarious.
Real gamer.
Yeah, that's
And why
that's
do you like to
gamer.
take?
That's
Why do you
that's
like to
some
make
deep cut shit.
this type of creations that you make other than something else, for example?
I don't know. I guess they just kind of fit. They just allow me to express myself without having any like kind of deep knowledge on like a deep skill set. I suppose like if I were to go into art, I have dabbled into it. I'm trying to learn more when I'm able to, but it requires a lot of skill to actually make it, to improve it. Whereas with making videos, there's still a level of skill, but the base skill level to actually just start and express what you want to do and say is a lot lower. So if I just I just start out making a video, just hey, here's blah blah blah, just edit it, put it out there, and then you can improve from there. Where as if I was like going to be like I want to make a video game or like work on a video game, I'd have to probably learn how to, unless I knew somebody that I could work with, I need to learn how to
Yeah.
program, which I can't even comprehend, um, that kind of thing, and design characters, which I'm not great at on my own. So it's kind of thing. So that's why I chose making videos because I can still be creative, which I want to be, but I don't have to, have all these skills that I just don't have yet, which I still could get over time, but I just haven't had the time to, get that base. So that's why I've just stuck with what I'm able to do
It's
in
pretty
making
awesome,
videos
man.
and stuff like
And
that.
also, is there any part of creative activity that you aren't part of that you don't do yourself? Like, say, the design of like the thumbnail or project cover or whatever the case may be. You receive any help from your community or your partners or those around you in that aspect of
Yeah.
your artist career?
Oh yeah, all the time. So one thing that is really important to me is just I'm inspired by people in my community and just the community or surrounding community all the time. So they just give, whether it's just something small, like they just say something that like sparks something in my brain. I'm like, I could make a post or more importantly, a video about this, or something similar to this. That happens all the time. And then in a more literal sense, I also do have folks like artist friends, and they've made art for me. I've commissioned or been gifted art in the past. I've commissioned art for, I have
Awesome.
my PNG tuber stills that I have. Those were commissioned from an artist. I've commissioned a thumbnail from my friend, from one of my friends before. So yeah, totally. I get a lot further along with the friends and people and friendly people that I meet in the community, whether it be just a inspiration from something, or if some of them actually do provide a thing that I can use
Anybody in
for the
particular
video
that makes
overall or channel or
your art
whatever.
or your thumbnails that sticks out of the rest?
Yeah, so if I had to say there's one person, so there's Omar, my friend Omar, so he's L_Omar 2203 on Twitter. He is a very talented cartoonist, and he is definitely a guy that I always go to for, because I think that um,
Oh
like
yeah.
I really do
Truth be
like
told,
furry
I
art
do
and
too.
stuff,
Trust
and
me.
my character is a fox and stuff. But I really think
Nobody's looking.
I get you, man.
When nobody's.
But when it comes
I'm
to
sorry, I don't mean to speak over you, bro. That's my bad.
but when it comes to when it comes to oh, you're fine, man. When it comes to just representing my brand of comedy and just the goofiness I try to present, he's perfect for bringing that to the table, basically. So he's someone that I definitely would go to if I want to a drawn thumbnail. He's I would be knocking at his door every time, because he is just he keeps the character there, but he makes it a lot goofier, cartoonier, which I think fits really well with the kind of goofy fun that I'm trying to present with the videos and stuff I do. Um, so he's one of my biggest ones. There's also a few other artist friends. I want to reach out to when I have the money for it. I don't have the money for the commissions yet, but I have another artist friend named Renstar, who is also very talented. He drew the profile picture for both my, I think, yeah, I'm using it for the Twitter and for my YouTube. Yeah, he drew the profile picture, which is another cartoony Rennie that I really love, and I have been considering commissioning for replacing the old stills I have that I use for the PNG tuber Rennie stills. So eventually, I'm going to reach out to him. So those two are great. Those are ones that I would go back to anytime to see if I could get some art for my
It's pretty
channel or
cool, man.
whatever else.
Where do you see yourself going with your career, and maybe about, let's say, a year from now?
Uh, I don't know. So I suppose that what I just want to do is I want to keep interacting with and growing the Discord community, because they're amazing, and I just want to be able to keep them, entertained, keep the community going. Otherwise, I really just want to get faster at making more video content, grow the channel a bit. I'm hoping that within the next year's time, I'm hoping that the channel will grow on the sub count and stuff a little bit. But I just need to make some good stuff to get to that point. So that's the goal. I'm just going to keep making stuff, keep building it up. I'm not expecting any major changes in a year at this point, but I'm just going to keep grinding and let's see where
Yeah,
things
man.
go, and
It didn't take
have
me
fun while
to.
doing it.
It took me to be an artist, bro, to really understand how difficult it can be to manage, keep, and clean a community, to keep it healthy and running and active as you're going. It's really tough work, man. It can be a lot on your shoulders sometimes.
Yeah,
That's from my experience.
yeah, totally. And mm-hmm. Things come up sometimes that can be tough, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it's really worth having a nice, friendly community. Even if you have to
I
deal
feel
with
like
stuff that
every
comes
single
up
artist has to
sometimes,
go
it can
through
be
the same
stressful. I think
things
it's worth it though.
together in some shape or form or fashion. Like I believe there's different parallels to different artists, but we're all different. We're all dealing with the same situation. You know what I'm saying? One form and another.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, man. That's my personal experience, man. Are there any
yeah.
unusual talents that may help you in your career, like hidden unusual talents, maybe a side talent that you have or skill that may benefit you in the future to progress your artist career? And if so, list them.
Honestly, I think the main thing that I have is just a natural kind of talent, I guess, and what I've just built up over the years, skills wise. Because I don't really, on a technical level, I don't have a lot of skills. Um, if I'm going to be honest on a technical level, but I think the skills I do have is just I am good at I'm good at coming up with jokes. I do know that I'm good at that. I am also people have told me that I have a good voice for like voiceover and such, and sometimes maybe even attempting at voice acting. So I think that kind of expanding on that is definitely something that I would love to look into. Because I've done little like voice acting bits for like cartoony things, and people have said like that was really good. So that's something I want to try a little bit more of too. On top of the just voiceover for YouTube and all that. Um, and then otherwise, I have general skill at editing, so that is something I can also build on to as well. So I think just general um, comedic personality, just the voiceover, voice acting stuff, and then also editing those are the big skills that I can grow upon, and really that would benefit all the stuff I make for sure.
Do you have a lot in store for your fans and supporters that is currently exclusive and or private at this current moment?
I suppose the only stuff that's exclusive to like my fan base would be just anything that's on the Discord server right now. So right now I'm not. Once I get things really going more with my channel, because it's been on a slight hiatus, which I'm trying to fix. Once I get videos back up, I'm going to try and get Patreon going. So I can't really give any specifics on that right now just because I don't have them yet. But I definitely will have something going there. If anyone's interested in the future, just keep an eye out. But to support me and to get exclusive stuff. But I'd say the biggest thing is pretty much just the Discord server. If you're not in the Discord server, you'll just miss out on things like weekly VC hangouts, which is something that I've been more serious about recently because it really keeps the community
Movie
going.
nights, man.
Like hardcore, like it's something that people really love to do, and I love to do it too. It's so much fun, just hanging out with people. Yeah, I want to like do more things like that for sure. So far, we've been mostly playing Gartic Phone, but we'll definitely expand on that. Do movie nights. That's something I want to do. Watch parties of general other stuff, maybe of weird YouTube stuff like that. Gaming. We do gaming.
Oh
So,
yeah, sounds
like Mario
fun.
Kart and all that. That's stuff we like to do. So if that's the most exclusive thing I have right now, yeah, totally. So if you're sub to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter. But if you're not in the Discord, you're gonna miss out on that kind of thing. So I think that's the biggest thing right now. It's kind of
Should let us
exclusive
know.
to the deeper community.
How has the internet influenced your work and you personally as an artist?
Well, a lot. The internet is definitely it's the way I've found more about what I was interested in. So I think the internet really just so I was interested in certain things, when I was younger and stuff, like certain games and like I was a fan of certain things, and then once I got on the internet more, like in my middle teen years, that's when I discovered that there's other people that are just as passionate about this stuff as I am. So I, was able to see what they posted, and it really just exacerbated how much I love this stuff that I am interested in. So that is definitely an element. The internet allowed me to express myself in a way, to people outside of just like my family. So that definitely has influenced me as well. And then generally, the internet keeps me in touch with what everybody is doing and is interested in, finds entertaining, because like before I really was more active, I didn't know like what like a lot of like I'm not old or anything, but like some Gen Z humor I just did not know until Gen Z, or like younger end. I didn't know a lot of that stuff. I didn't understand it a lot until I joined Twitter, but now I feel like I have a much better understanding of it, and I find a lot of it funny because that's a lot of like Gen Z, like weird humor, like appeals to me a lot because I just have a weird brain, so I like it a lot, and it appeals to me, and that the internet has helped me to keep in touch with people that I wouldn't have been able to otherwise. So it's really awesome, and it just lets me, basically lets me keep in touch with what's going on, and it really has improved what I've been able to do and how how much I just know
Pretty cool,
about what
man.
people like.
Side note, man, you don't have weird brain. You have awesome brain, bro. You feel me? You have Rennie brain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, weird is
Hey, weird is awesome,
weird is just base, man.
As
That's
long as
just
it's
like
not a bad weird. If it's a
awesome.
good,
You
there's
feel me?
good weird. Weird is awesome.
Listen, as human beings, all of that is just it's
Yeah, I
all what
agree.
makes us
I
unique.
agree.
You know what I'm saying? If everybody was the same, imagine how dull and soulless everything would be. Everything would look like Windows 10, bro. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Working at Walmart, working at McDonald's. You
it'd
know what
all
I'm
be
saying? Come
working at
on, man.
Walmart.
Not dissing anybody that's working none of those two, though. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Keep getting your
Yeah.
money, keep grinding.
hmm
But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Out of all the art pieces you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
created, which ones are your favorite that means a lot to you? And is there anything that you want to recreate? Say some of your old works, some of your old maybe things you have created in the past that you want to remaster.
So I would say for like my favorite things I've made, most of them would fall under like my YouTube videos and stuff. For sure. So I would say for my like favorites of more recent, I really put a lot of work into. I think 2 years ago, I made a video where I played and ranked every mainline and spin-off. Well,
Awesome.
minus some arcade stuff. I played every like Sonic game ever made, and I ranked all of them, and it was a lot of work, and I'm still very proud of that video. So some of the I would say when it comes to what I'm proud of on my videos, it's not necessarily what gets the most views, because some of the ones that have the most views are not the ones I'm the most proud of that I feel like hold up and are really good. Um, but there are some videos that I really do like. Like, I'm taking a look really quick. I really like the ones about.
Oh yeah.
I like a lot of the ones about
Lion
the
King.
old My Lion King forum stuff. They were a lot of fun. Those I'm very proud of. That me and Jana's dynamic on those videos is just great, and I really love it.
Oh yeah, that one was just
Um,
absolutely
and then also
beautiful,
like I was
marvelous,
really proud of the Bluey video I made as well.
legendary video.
Um,
Hey,
thanks, man. Glad you liked it. But as far as remaking stuff, I have done it a little bit. So most of my old stuff, I don't really need to like just like unironically touch it again. What I want to do if I ever bring it back is kind of present it in a new way that's made for comedy. So if I let's say if I were to bring back some of my old video stuff, like old, I'm talking about like early 2010s, I would probably do like a joking like tier list video of those videos or something goofy like that,
comedic light.
just to present those old videos in a more a way that kind of fits
Hey,
better
Mr.
with my
Sonic. Hey,
style
man.
now. So
Secret Rings and Black
mhm.
Knight were my favorites, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what people say. You know what I'm saying? I was that
So that's
Sonic kid. You feel? Man, I see it. With the Secret Rings and Black Knight. You know
wait,
what
what
I'm
was
talking
that? I'm
about?
sorry.
Those are my favorites, man. I don't care if people say
Uh
this. Oh, it's cringe. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no.
huh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I love. I loved
That was the
Secret
cool
Rings. I
Sonic,
didn't
man.
have
You know what I'm
Black
saying?
Knight
That
as a
was the
kid, but I
cool
love
Sonic, man.
Secret Rings so
They
much.
don't know
I feel you
about that
for
one. They're
sure.
not ready for that. They're not ready for that conversation, man. I don't care. I mean, that was my first one. And
Yeah, it was really cool
is
game for
there
sure.
anyone in specific that has meant a lot to
Definitely.
you in your artist career, such as close family, uh, favorite artists in general that have influenced you to become the artist, to grow into the artist that you have become today?
Honestly, so there's like countless people that I could list under that if I were to like list all of the friends I've made and have supported me and, just artists I look up to. I guess really what I should do is just more give like a shout out to my partner David. He's the one that keeps me going because, he's my partner. I love him so much. What I think he's just really supportive, even when I'm feeling down on myself about what I do. He's always like, "No, man, you just gotta keep doing it. I know you love doing it. Um, I know you love making videos and making people happy. So keep doing it." He always supports me. He always is trying to give me ideas. He's active. Like he doesn't like to be like recorded. He's not. He's very camera shy. He doesn't want to do any of that. But he always is very very supportive, giving me ideas, giving me inspiration. So I gotta give a shout out to him because he's the backbone of everything I do, really. So I think
Is there
that's what I
anything
gotta
you
go
want to
with
say
for
and make
sure.
those heard to those who listen to you, such as a special message? And as well, are there any more shout outs that you want to mention for all those listening?
Um, I would say if I had any message for anyone listening, I'd just say that things can be rough, like life can be really hard, but it's a pretty simple message. But just be yourself. People, even in your day to day life, people even on the internet will tell you to, stop being cringe, stop, being you just don't be yourself. Just don't just give up. Just don't listen to them. Just do what you like. Enjoy what you like. It doesn't matter if you're a little annoying to certain people. They can just deal with it. Honestly, you keep being you, and you make what
I
you
have our flaws,
enjoy.
man.
Because there's definitely going to be people out there that will enjoy it too, and will be friendly with you. And yeah, for sure. And those flaws can lead to great stuff too. It just depends, and you just gotta keep doing what you do, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So otherwise, I don't really have any
Thank you.
other shout outs. I'd say shout out to you, Chalky, for having me on here. You're awesome. You're one of the chillest guys. Like
Man, you are more
like
awesome, man.
genuinely,
You know what I'm
you're one of
saying?
the
I wish
chillest,
I could give
nicest
you a
guys I
bear
know.
hug, man. You're my brother,
You're
man. You know
awesome.
what I'm saying? I can't wait, man.
Yeah,
And,
maybe someday. Maybe someday
and
I'd
once
love to do
again,
that.
what are your social media platforms that you use, and where can they find you on that?
Well, let me get the handle really quick just to make it a little easier. But my main thing is YouTube. So that's the main thing I focus on, at least try to. Of course, Twitter
Oh
is
my
easier to
gosh.
just post on constantly because it's kind of addictive and it's just easy to do. But I try to be I try to make YouTube my biggest thing. So it is at on Twitter. Sorry, on YouTube. On YouTube, I am at Rennie Ultrafox, all connected, no spaces. Rennie Ultrafox. That's where my YouTube content is, and then currently my Twitter is at Select Wario, and I do post there often, so you can check that out if you want. And then if you really like the stuff I do, you can find I do have links for the Discord too, so check it out if you want to. I'd really really appreciate it. Um,
I'll make
any
sure to have
support,
those links
yeah, means a
included.
lot if you check out my
Well,
stuff. So I'd appreciate
Ultrafox,
it.
Randy, Banker, we hope
Thanks,
to
man.
see you again. We appreciate you and all the support from all our viewers worldwide. For additional information about the Craze Box, please check the description below. Thank you very much, Randy. You are amazing. You are incredible, and you are genuinely one of the most amazing people I know. And that being said, thank you for being here today. It's been a pleasure.
Same to you, Chalky. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I had fun doing this with you, man. It was a blast.